Hey guys!
We were just doing our vocal warm-ups.
La. Welcome to the Modern Directory. I'm Theresa Metzler.
And I'm Jarret, Levin.
Hey Jar, how are you today?
I'm good, T. What's going on? Today we're talking about our founder story.
Oh, we are.
It's a little about you, a little about me, and a lot of we.
Us.
Does that make sense?
I like it.
It's all good. So diving right in, 9 years ago, almost 9 years ago, 9 years this May.
Right, in May, you're right.
You and I met at a company called Alumni, which is a design and development agency.
Downtown Los Angeles.
Are you just going to give me I want Theresa this whole time, she's going to give us just like 4-word sentences.
I'm just like the soundbite girl.
Okay? Yes. Like a vocal fry in the morning.
Indeed.
Yes. But so we met at Alumni, which is a design and development agency. Basically, anybody who had the financial means but did not necessarily have the resources or the connections to bring their ideas to life would come to somebody like us, right?
Yeah. We worked with a lot of brands and did their development production.
And then from there, what did you go do?
Well, I went out and worked with a couple of different big clients. We did a lot of red carpet and for celebrities and athletes. And I do a similar thing where I'm consultant on brands and production.
Did you want to plug your company though?
Oh, the name. Sorry. Trend Terrace.
Trend Terrace.
Tis the street I grew up on. That's why we're named Trend Terrace. They always said, Theresa, of course you live on Trend Terrace.
The triple T.
Right.
Theresa from Trend Terrace. And then I came from, I know you're going to ask me, but
yeah, go for it.
I was hired out from a client and I ran their outerwear loungewear brand from concept through being in over 50 plus retailers for about 6 years.
It's a good long time when we shared office space together.
We did. We loved that though.
It was a good time.
Are you kidding?
The
it was a great time. We had our dogs. They're in the other room. I have 2 of them.
I think we should bring them in
next time. They're so cute. They're little black and not fluffy. I was gonna say
no, they're not fluffy.
They're not fluffy at all.
They're super sleek and chic.
Yeah, they're very like,
as they should be.
When you think of like a fashion dog, you know how like I always think like Anna Wintour always was thinking of like, I think of like the Greyhounds or like the Great Danes, right? It's like super sleek, but like you just kind of look at them and it's like majestic and you're like, what is going on? I kind of look at my dogs the same way.
I agree.
And I don't know if I'm just biased in that way.
Well, you are a little bit. They're gorgeous.
But like sleek, long legs, love it. But back on subject. But so both of us come from 2 different components of the industry. So like when I was running the brand side, I saw everything from manufacturing and development, but a lot of my job focused on working with the marketing companies, e-commerce, wholesale, the sales teams. And a big component of your job was
manufacturing, sourcing, pattern making, cutting, sewing, all of that, just kind of the nuts and bolts going up into the branding.
And what we found, because we shared office space, we often shared our grievances or irritations with each other a lot. And 9 times out of 10, what it was is that we could not find a business to do what we needed for our respective industries, right?
Right. I mean, because we're always changing. We're always trying to make the new piece, what's the next best thing? We're making a woven shirt this week. Next week, we're making a t-shirt or a turtleneck or a scarf.
But I think that's also like very like representative of the fashion industry in a whole. The fashion industry is always working ahead of itself, right? Yes. And the fashion industry is always changing. There's always a new trend. There's always a new something that's coming up.
Yeah.
And so you're always trying to sort of like play catch up in a way to finding the necessary business that can get you on board with the trend or the product or service that sort of like brings
the next thing to life. Yeah, the next big thing where you got to get on board in some way. So like you're always searching for that new resource.
And you know what the next big thing that people have to get on board with?
Should I be scared?
You should be terrified.
Because it's technology based.
It's technology based. And it's what we created. Because what we realized was that there was a missing hole in the market.
Yes, huge hole.
For how you source, but also how you promote your business within the fashion space.
Yeah.
And that's why we created the fashion database, the Modern Directory. TMD. I would like to go on record. I want to turn the Modern Directory, TMD, into a verb. Just like you would say, did you Google it? I want to say, did you TMD it?
Oh my God, I love that so much.
Think about how easy it can be in the industry if there is a one-stop shop to be able to source for all your needs within the fashion space. And when I say that, I'm talking about brands, manufacturing, retailers, and services.
Well, I mean, that would be amazing. That's why we created it, right?
Not would be amazing. It is amazing. Think of it like you log on, you create a profile, right? That highlights what you and your company do. You have the ability to then sign up as a brand, a manufacturer, a retailer, or a service and fill out a profile, an application that highlights the best of what you do and allow other businesses the ability to see the types of services that your business offers.
Right. I mean, and not only do you get to promote your own business on there, once you're on there as a business, you can also look for other businesses that you might need for your fashion needs. I mean, our industry is so specific in what it does. It's you might need a fashion attorney, you might need a fashion accountant. These are things that not everyone understands.
But I also think you touch a really interesting point. There are different businesses, different services that you may need at different times throughout the industry, throughout your scope, right? If you're a brand, you may not need a fashion attorney right away, but then you may find that 2 years down the road, you need an attorney and you want to find somebody that knows the fashion space.
Right.
That's one of the biggest things for the Modern Directory is it is industry specific. It is companies that work and have their hands in fashion. There are a lot of marketing agencies, but is it a marketing agency that knows the fashion industry, that knows how to market a product, that knows branding and all that goes into what it takes for a fashion brand to be successful? That's one of the largest components of the Modern Directory is that it's a catch-all umbrella for everything fashion.
Right. Everything from designers to distribution centers and everything in between.
Her favorite line. And I think the one part that I want to point out on in why we started this is for the longest time, the industry itself felt very, and still is, very gatekept.
Yeah.
Everybody holds their cards very close to their chest for a multitude of reasons. One being that, and you and I were having a conversation before about this, is that if you give your contact away and then they don't have time for
everyone, now you lost that source, then you need a new resource,
and you have to be able to find it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How do you get it?
Exactly.
So now the Modern Directory can help you find that new source, that new manufacturer to make jeans when you've only made t-shirts in the past, or a new pattern maker for a gown that you're going to make for a new collection. Like it really opens up your world and your resources.
And we touched on it a little bit earlier, but there are sort of like three main components to the website and to the Modern Directory. The first is promotion. It's the ability to promote your business and the services or capabilities that you have to offer. And that works for any company. If you're a brand, manufacturer, retailer, or service, you have the ability to, on your profile, to highlight the information that is most relevant and most important. So a potential business that is looking for you can review everything and then reach out.
Right. And you can place images, you can put all your contact information. Anyone who's on the Modern Directory goes directly to you. We do not get involved in the middle. It's just basically a little mini website for you that can transfer your information back to your business.
It's like a digital Rolodex.
It is.
It's like your contact list that you didn't know you needed. We could do this back and forth. We could keep even saying all the different things. It's your turn.
But wait, did you know that not only is it you can promote your business, and not only is it a database, but we also have a whole blog component to our site where we're sharing industry insights. We highlight businesses that are on the site, and then we're also going to have tutorials and educational components where we talk about, how to make a brand from start to finish. We have different little segments that we're talking about. So it's there's so many possibilities here at the Modern Directory that if you're in fashion, like, why wouldn't you be?
Whether you're just starting out, something like a series that talks about how to start a brand from start to finish can be super beneficial. But also, if you're an established business, it's an opportunity for people to understand everything that your craft does, right? Like, if you're a dye house, do people understand how a dye house actually works, how it actually functions, right?
Yes.
Those are sort of like, it's almost like getting a trade secret, right? A little bit. Like, it's sort of like you're getting insider information, but it's also educational in a way that will ideally benefit you, because now you have an understanding of how a certain field within the industry works. So that way, if you ever come in contact with needing a dye house, say, you all of a sudden now have more information than you did before.
Right. And like, we actually go in and have interviews in the factory with our manufacturers. We have a dye house interview, like you're talking about, where we actually show you the machines that the fabrics are dyed on, how it's done. It's really fascinating. I mean, to just be, maybe you even do this in your company already, but you've never even been in a dye house. We're going to bring that to you.
Exactly.
So I'm super excited about the possibilities that we have here.
Of course. So you have the ability to promote. Of course, you have the ability to source and research all the different companies that are on the platform to fulfill your professional need, and you have the blog.
Right. And this is a permanent website. This doesn't go away after a show when you sign up, after a few months, or, then it's transferred to another city and then that goes down. This is on here as long as you're a member. You're on the Modern Directory for anyone to find you.
Exactly. We wanted it to be accessible. We wanted it to be easy, and we wanted it to be straightforward. That is the goal of the Modern Directory, because at the end of the day, when we all work together, we can build a bigger, better, more successful industry and more successful businesses for ourselves.
Yes,
right?
Indeed. We are better together, for sure.
If that's not corny, then I don't know what it is, but it is so dang true.
True for us, true for the world.
Oh, we really are good at this cheese McGee stuff. But I think the most important thing is that we want any business that has its hands in fashion to be on the Modern Directory. We know that as a community, we can all thrive. We want all of you to be a part of our fashion revolution. And that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much.
Join us.
Join us on themoderndirectory.com.